Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Game 3 between the Northside Patriots and the Harris County Tigers. We are live from Northside High as Harris County trying to go for the sweep. As we are moments away from first pitch as the public address announcer, Ricky Rogers, announcing the starting lineups for your visiting Harris County Tigers. Dejon Elder will be on the mound for Harris County, facing Reese Adams. And we got Dejon Elder leading things off for Harris County. Batting second and playing left field is Ashton Herring. Batting third and playing right field, Caden Dimitri. The cleanup hitter and playing second base, Luke McEldoon. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Will Dimitri. Batting sixth, playing third base, Brody Johnson. Batting seventh, playing first base, Joel Rogers, the DH. And batting eighth, Sawyer Roper. And batting ninth in center field, Colt Angel. Now for the home team, the Northside Patriots leading things off and playing shortstop, Chris Biggs. Batting second, playing right field, Jace Sheehay. Batting third and playing center field, Caden Clay. The DH and the cleanup hitter is Sam Laney. Batting fifth and playing third base, Javion Wyndham. Batting sixth and playing catcher, Noah Fair. Batting seventh and the first baseman is Luke Norsworthy. Batting eighth, Gabe Galarza, and playing left field. And batting ninth and on the mound is Reese Adams. Harris County comes in with a 21-5 record. Northside 18-7, as this is a crucial region game because right now Harris County just a half game behind Stars Mill. So they've kind of been going back and forth between Stars Mill, Harris County, Central Carrollton, and Northside. They have really been tussling for that top spot in the region. It's 4A Region 3, one of the toughest regions in all of baseball in the state of Georgia. And also we got just a great matchup of coaches. We've got Tony Dimitri, who has coached at Jordan, Russell County, and now Harris County, and then Tracy Powell, who coached at Hardaway, and now Northside. We got the national anthem going on right now, and then we'll have first pitch. All right, it's time to play ball. It's game 3 between Harris County and Northside. Two of the hottest baseball teams in the Chattahoochee Valley. Harris County has won the first 2 games. They won on Tuesday against Northside in a come-from-behind victory. And then last night up in Hamilton, Harris County was able to get the win, and they're going for the sweep, but Northside just trying to salvage game 3. We talk about such a big region contest in 4A Region 3. Right now, Stars Mill's got a 13-2 record. Harris County 12-2. Northside 11-3. Central Carrollton 11-4. Harris County still has to play Stars Mill, and Northside still has to play Central of Carrollton. So on the mound for the Northside Patriots is Reese Adams. And looking at his stats on the season, he is got a 1.73 earned run average. So one of the top pitchers for Coach Powell facing this potent Harris County lineup. It's got a mixture of some seniors, some juniors, and of course that freshman class. Several of them played on that Harris County Little League team that was 2 wins away from going to the Little League World Series back in 2022, including Caden Dimitri and Will Dimitri, as they are in the lineup. And also Harris County has been on a little bit of a win streak, as they were able to take 2 against Eufaula, 2 against Schley County. And they are coming into this contest riding a 6-game win streak as they get ready for a massive showdown to close out the regular season next week against Stars Mill. But the good thing is for Harris County, 2 of those games are going to be in Hamilton. All right, Dejon Elder, he's going to lead things off for Harris County, facing Reese Adams. Elder batting .493. He's got an on-base percentage of .570. And he's in there facing Reese Adams. And the first pitch to Elder is outside for a ball. And we are underway here between Harris County and Northside. Adams' pitch is a curve that breaks into the strike zone. It's 1-1. Adams delivers the 1-1. That's popped up. It's playable. Clay underneath it. Sheehan actually calls him off and makes the catch for out number 1. So Elder flies out to the right fielder, and now Ashton Herring comes up to the plate for Harris County. Herring on the season batting .377. And he's also got 18 RBIs. And that's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. A decent crowd for a Friday afternoon game, and they got the field ready for this one. And there's the 0-1, way for a ball, 1-1. And just taking patience, trying to get this field ready, because we did have rain in the forecast. Not sure if it hit this area, but there's a 1-1 that is lined in a center field, and that's going to be a 1-out single for Ashton Herring. So Herring is aboard here in the first. And now here comes Caden Dimitri. Yeah, that was a close pickoff play. Over there at first. As you can see, Herring got a lead over there at first. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Dimitri. And the runner goes. Throw down and got him out. What a throw by Fair on that play, and there's 2 outs. Very good play. Swiping the tag was Wells for out number 2, and the bases are empty. Adams, the 0-1. And that just missed. It's 1-1. It's 2-1 now. Yes. Adams, the 2-1 curve that breaks in there for a strike. And now deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the first. Adams delivers the 2-2 to Dimitri. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And Reese Adams strikes out Dimitri. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the first. Northside coming up to bat. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Bottom of the first inning, Northside coming up to bat, and leading things off for the Patriots is Chris Biggs. Batting second, Jay Sheehan. Caden Clay follows him, and then Sam Laney. And the pitcher is Dejon Elder. And the first pitch to Biggs is fouled away, 0-1. Harris County trying to go for the sweep. Trying to stay tied with Stars Mill. And they'll probably have a showdown with Stars Mill next week for the region. But Northside, they want to try to salvage this game to try to make things interesting. There's a little ground ball right to Dimitri. And the throw, or McEldoon rather, and the throw to first for out number 1. So Biggs grounds out to the second baseman. And now bringing to the plate, Jay Sheehan. And that's in there for a strike. Sheehan batting .324 on the season. Elders 0-1. There's a ground ball that's foul, and now Sheehan is behind the count, 0-2. We are live here at Northside High School. This is a rivalry of all rivalries in 4A. There's the 0-2. There's a fastball just missed. It's 1-2. I mean, you want to talk about the history of this rivalry, not just in football and basketball. How about softball? Those two schools just battling in the playoffs. Harris County, the defending champions. Northside won it 2 years before that. That's outside for a ball, 2-2. And when you get two 4A schools at close proximity and they're in the same region, this is a true rivalry, and it's one of the best in the area. The 2-2, and there's a ground ball right to Dimitri. Scoops it up and throws and does not make the play, as that is going to be a base hit for Shehane. He beats out the throw, and here comes Caden Clay with a runner at first. Caden Clay batting .309. He has got a home run. There's a throw back as Elder going to try to keep Shehane honest over at first. There's the pitch. It's high and upstairs for a ball to Caden Clay, the center fielder, who definitely can hit for contact and power and patrolling center field. And he's going to go play quarterback at Charleston Southern, the 3-year starter for Coach Orpeza. Elder, the 1-0, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. And remember, 2022, he led the Northside Patriots to the second round of the 5A playoffs. One of the greatest seasons in Northside history. There's the 1-1, and it gets by the catcher, but the runner, Shehane, is going to stay put, and it's 2-1. Northside has had leads in both games, but Harris County has been able to battle back. And Northside they want to try to get this win as they get ready for Central Carrollton next week. There's a ground ball into left field, a base hit by Caden Clay. And Northside's got 2 runners aboard. So back-to-back singles for the Patriots, and now Sam Laney, the cleanup hitter, is coming up to the plate. Golden opportunity here with 1 out. Elder, pitch is low, ball 1. Other games around the area, Beulah is taking on Glenwood. We've got Columbus and Shaw, Kendrick and Spencer. There's the 1-0. That's inside, ball 2. Hardaway is taking on Carver. A lot of important region games around the area. As Coach Dimitri is going to have a talk with his pitcher. Also, we've got the Columbus Cleanstones in action tonight against the Biloxi Shuckers. We'll try to give a score update during the broadcast. And a Masters update as well. The current leader was Justin Rose, but Rory McElroy and Bryson DeChambeau are pulling up the charge. I was talking to the PA announcer, Ricky Rogers. We're both big Masters fans. He's decked out in his Masters gear, which is very fitting for a Masters week. All right, Laney the batter. He's got a 2-0 count. Elder from the stretch. And the pitch to Laney is high, ball 3. I know that Laney has got to think, probably need to take a strike here. With a runner at first and second. 1 down. The 3-0. And that's in there for a strike. And now Laney's got a hitter's count. And the 3-1. It's in there, strike 2. So now Laney has got to protect anything close, got to put it in play. As Elder has battled back to a full count. Elder checks the runner. Fires to the plate, the payoff pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And that was a huge strikeout for Dejon Elder. And now they'll bring to the plate Javion Wyndham. Wyndham's stats have been very impressive this year, leading the team in stolen bases. He was at the top of the lineup in the beginning of the season. That is low for a ball. It is a 1-0 count to the third baseman, Javian Wyndham. Elder from the stretch. Checks the runner. And steps off the mound. Pretty decent crowd. We've got a big fan base from Harris County making the trip down Highway 27. The 1-0, and that is low and in the dirt. For a ball, it is 2-0. Two great athletic programs. The AD over at Harris County, Mindy Johnson. Here at Northside, Morgan Ingram. They just do a fantastic job with their programs. As the 2-0s, and there's a ground ball right to Dimitri. He bobbles it, and everybody is safe. Here comes a throw to the plate, and the run is going to score, and Northside takes the 1-0 lead as Sheehan scores the run. They're going to rule that a hit by Wyndham, give him a credit for the RBI, and Northside now leads 1-0 over Harris County. So here comes Noah Fair. First pitch to Fair. Swung on and fouled away, 0-1. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got Calvary Christian and Russell County. That's going to be a 11 o'clock start over at Calvary Christian. Little reunion from Coach Steve Smith and one of his former bench coaches from the Columbus Chattahoots, Coach Michael Long Jr. I'm excited to see that. And they already played in the Border Wars, but they'll get to play another time this season. The 0-1 to Fair, and that is high and away, ball one with a 1-1 count. Northside 18-7, 11-3 in the region. Elder, the 1-1 in the dirt. And a good stop by Mills. Makes it 2-1 now. Elder checks the runner. Fires the 2-1 pitch to the plate, and that's on the outside corner, evening the count at 2-2. So deuces are wild here in the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Elder. The 2-2 pitch. Line to left, a base hit. And everybody's safe, and holding is going to be Caden Clay at third, and the bases are loaded for Northside. And smartly, Caden Clay decided to stay put. He didn't want to risk it. And they'll bring to the plate Luke Norsworthy.
On the run for the catcher, everybody's favorite courtesy runner, number 3, Jackson Close.
And Fair going to get that courtesy pinch runner, Jackson Close. So over at first base. Norsworthy batting .246 on the season. He does have a triple and 3 doubles with 11 RBIs. So the bases are loaded, and Elder starts him off with a strike. It's 0-1. Elder, the 0-1, makes the outside corner for strike 2. Elder trying to get out of this inning, only giving up the 1 run. Northside trying to get a big inning. The 0-2 is driven right into right field, a base hit. Clay scores. Wyndham rounds third, and he will score. and the Northside Patriots lead 3-0. Timely hitting, 2 outs, and Norsworthy with 2 big RBIs. And now here comes Gabe Galarza. You can tell I was waiting for the PA announcer to make sure to get that pronunciation right. But the left fielder coming in. Big shout out to Ricky Rogers. He does just a fantastic job as the PA announcer here at Northside. The first pitch to Galarza, swung on it, missed, 0-1. Galarza batting .444. He's only played in 10 games, so he's getting some playing time here. That's in there for strike 2. And Galarza is behind in the count, 0-2. What a crowd we have here on this Friday afternoon. Hope everybody is just enjoying themselves. We get ready for the weekend, and what better way than to have Northside Harris County here on the slate. The 0-2, and it gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner, and he gets tracked down in a pickle and gets tagged out. So just a base running blunder that probably cost Northside a run, but we played one here. They put up 3 here in the first. We'll be back after this right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Northside leading Harris County 3-0.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Top of the second inning we go. Northside leading Harris County 3-0, trying to avoid the sweep. Harris County trying to go for the sweep and put them in great position to try to win the region. But they got to get past Northside here. Here's a curveball, and that's going to be in there for a strike to Luke McEldoon. It's Reese Adams. Fires away inside, and it is 1-1. McEldoon batting .333. He's got 3 triples, 3 doubles, and 28 RBIs. There's a ground ball foul, and it is 1-2. Both teams made the playoffs last year in 5A. Just trying to improve this year, making that move to 4A, as that's outside for a ball, 2-2. But they're in one of the toughest regions in the entire state of Georgia with Central Carrollton and Stars Mill, the defending 4A champs. The 2-2, and got him on a curveball. Strike 3, the second strikeout for Reese Adams. And McEldoon is down on strikes. And now here comes Will Dimitri. Dimitri was part of that Little League team in 2022 that won District 8 and went on to represent Georgia in the Southeast Regional. And he's batting .463. He's got a triple, 6 doubles, 14 RBIs. There's a curve that's in there for strike 2. So Reese Adams ahead in the count to Will Dimitri. It's 0-2. Adams fires away, and the pitch. And that is low and in the dirt. It's 1-2. Next week is the last week of the regular season. Northside's going to take on Central of Carrollton, as that is in the dirt. For a ball, it's 2-2. They will have senior night next week against Central of Carrollton. We will have that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That will be on the 17th of April. There's the 2-2. And there's a ground ball right to Biggs. Throw to first. In time for out number 2. Score that 6-3 on the put out. If you are keeping score on a baseball scorebook like I am. And now here comes Brody Johnson with 2 away. Adams, first pitch to Johnson. There's a ground ball to Biggs. Fires away at first, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Reese Adams. We go to the bottom of the second. Northside leading Harris County 3-0. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome back here to Northside High School, where the Patriots leading the Tigers 3-0. And Gabe Galarza is back at the plate, as he was at the plate last inning, but the pinch runner got thrown out. And Dejon Elder starts him off with a ball. Elder, 8th appearance, .225 earned run average, 2-0 on the season. Low and in the dirt, it's 2-0. Elder from the stretch. And the 2-0 that is dropped into center. Is that gonna be caught? And it looked like he trapped it. Cold Angel traps the ball, and it's gonna be a base hit for Galarza. Yeah, the ump's got to make the call, and the ump was seeing that the moment it hit the bat to make sure that he had the glove underneath the ball. And unfortunately for Harris County, he trapped that one. So Reese Adams comes up with a runner at first. Adams showing bunt, pulls back. There's a throw over to first base. And going back is Galarza. And it's ball 1 to Reese Adams. Adams batting .224 on the season with 5 RBIs. These two teams have 3 more games after today, and they're against region opponents. The 1-0 fouled away. Harris County will play Stars Mill once up in Fayetteville, twice in Hamilton. Northside will play Central Carrollton twice up in Carrollton and once here on the 17th of April for senior night. There's still a lot to play for here in the regular season. Here's the 1-1. Adams showing bunt, pulls it back, and it is 2-1. It's not a question of whether these 4 teams will make the playoffs, but where are they going to be seeded? Because you got a 4th seed and you could have a 1 seed. Kind of reminds me of the Western Conference in the NBA. Each game in these region contests matter. It seems like they all swept the bottom of this region to include Griffin, Mundy's Mill, Jonesboro. There's the 1-2, and that is low and in the dirt. It's 2-2. And so deuces are wild. Correction, there's 1 out. Had to make sure that I got my scoreboard right. There is no outs, yes. There's the 2-2 pitch and fouled away. And last time I was here is for a afternoon special during spring break between Shaw and Northside, and we had a good time chopping it up here in the press box here with Ricky, and then the person doing the scoreboard, Amy. Yes, I remember Amy. Here's the 2-2 fouled away. By the way, the concessions here at Northside is top-notch. I'm smelling the burgers up here from the press box. That's like a hop, skip, and a jump between breaks to try to maybe get a burger. Elder, the 2-2, curve, and that's in tight. And that runs the count full on Reese Adams with the top of the order coming up for Northside, leading 3-0, bottom of the second inning. Here's the payoff pitch, high, ball 4. So Northside has got 2 runners aboard. And now the leadoff hitter, Chris Biggs, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. And Biggs on the season batting .382 with a double and 16 RBIs. And then there's a little bunt down the line and the throw to first. And it was close, but Biggs is going to be called out on the throw. He does the job by sacrificing the runners over with 1 out and runners in scoring position.
Now batting for the Patriots, right fielder, number 12, Jace Sheehan.
So Jay Sheehan, the batter, 1 for 1 today with a single and a run scored. Elder in a little bit of trouble here. Fires away the first pitch to Sheehan, a curveball that breaks in the zone for strike 1. Outfield playing at normal depth. Of course, a fly ball could score a run on a tag up. The 0-1, a ground ball right to Dimitri. Checks the runner at third. Throw to first for the out. A good job there by McEldoon, not Dimitri, to check the runner for the out number 2. So Caden Clay is going to come up to the plate. He is 1 for 1 with a single. And Elder starts him off with a strike. It's 0-1. Clay has got the only home run on the team for Northside. Definitely has power. The 0-1. And there's a changeup swung on a miss. It's 0-2. Harris County on a 6-game win streak. Currently has won the first 2 games of this series against Northside. Elder from the stretch, the 0-2 to Clay. Swung on a miss, strike 3, and what a job there by Elder to get out of a jam. Northside strands 2 runners. We played 2. Northside leads Harris County 3-0 back after this right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Top of the 3rd inning, Harris County coming up, and leading things off is the lefty, Joel Rogers. Reese Adams starts them off with a ball. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As that curve breaks outside, ball 2. The Columbus Cleanstones will be taking on the Biloxi Shuckers at the top of the hour. We'll try to get score updates for that. The 2-0, and there's a ground ball to Norsworthy. Tags the bag, says he's got it for out number 1. So that will go 3 unassisted by Norsworthy, and now Sawyer Roper, the designated hitter, coming up for Harris County. Adams, first pitch to Roper. There's a ground ball right to Wyndham. Scoops it up, throws to first for out number 2. So Reese Adams quickly putting the first 2 batters to rest. And now we got the number 9 hitter, Colt Angel. 2 down here in the 3rd. And the pitch to Angel is outside for a ball. Adams delivers. The 1-0. Right down Broad Street. It's 1-1. This broadcast is brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Gordy Eye Care, and Buffalo Rock. There's a little chopper to Norsworthy, tagging the bag, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Patriots. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Northside leading Harris County 3-0 right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover these 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back here to Northside, bottom of the third inning. And Sam Laney going to lead things off for the Patriots. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Dejon Elder working the third. So we got Harris County, 21-5 on the season. Coach Tony Dimitri picking up his 200th win the other day. Congratulations to Coach Dimitri. He has coached at Jordan. He's coached at Russell County. Second year at Harris County. And that pitch is outside, ball 2. And one thing about Harris County, because of the success of Harris County Little League, making it to the Southeast Region Tournament in 2022 and 2023, they're young, and they're going to be good for years to come. There's the 2-0. And that's in there for a strike to Laney, 2-1. In fact, they got an 8th grader named Jacob Gilstrap, who is on the 8th grade team. He had a grand slam in the District 8 championship against Northern in 2023. And that curve is looped in a right field, and that is going to be right at Dimitri and makes the catch for out number 1. So Caden Dimitri out there in right field. He had to put the shades on for that one, but he was able to make the catch. And now Javian Wyndham, who singled and had an RBI in the second inning. Correction, in the first inning. Looking at my score sheet wrong. And that's in there for a strike. Javian Wyndham, when he gets on base, he is a threat to steal every time. The 0-1, that is fouled back. What a gorgeous day for baseball. We're here on the campus of Northside High School, where we have the track field. We got the softball field to our right. This campus has been here since 2002. As Wyndham right back to the pitcher. Elder tries to hurry to throw it to first, and it gets away from the first baseman, and Wyndham is going to have himself a hit. I wonder if the scorers are going to rule that one a hit or an error. I think Wyndham would have beat out the throw, so we'll go ahead and give him a hit. And that's going to be his second hit of the game. And see, the score guy just he's agreeing with me. So Wyndham is aboard with 1 out. And now here comes Noah Fair. 1 for 1 with a single in the third inning, or in the first inning. Elder from the stretch. And the pitch to Fair. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Northside won the state championship in 2019. As that team led by Connor O'Neill, who went on to play for the Columbus Chattahoots. And it gets by the catcher, Mills. And Wyndham has got second base on the wild pitch. Elder from the stretch, checks Wyndham. Fires the 1-1 to Fair. Gets by the catcher again, and another wild pitch. And Wyndham is now at third. So it's a 2-1 count to Noah Fair with Luke Norsworthy on deck. Northside knows this Harris County team knows how to come back from deficits. They want to try to get on them early. The 2-1, Fair, swing and a miss. It's 2-2. So if I'm Northside, I don't settle for the 3 runs because they were up 2-0, and Harris County, in a blink of an eye, put up 5 runs. And that's belted right field. Dimitri underneath it. Could be good enough to tag, and Wyndham is coming home, and a sac fly for Noah Fair. He did his job. He hit that one deep enough to score Wyndham. And that's his second RBI, first RBI of the game. And now here comes Luke Norsworthy. As he is 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. Northside now leads 4-0. The bases are empty. Elder's first pitch to Norsworthy breaks outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Score update, bottom of the 5th inning, Glenwood leading Beulah 9-0. And that's a 1-1 count to Norsworthy. As we'll try to get some more score updates. Carver playing Hardaway. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Columbus playing Shaw. Kendrick playing Spencer. Elder, the 1-2. Got him swinging, strike 3, inning over. But Northside does tack on another run. We played 3 here at Northside High. The Patriots leading the Tigers 4-0. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing Sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Top of the 4th inning, and the top of the order coming up for Harris County. Dejon Elder, who's 0 for 1, flied out to right field his first time up. And Laney starts him off. There's a ground ball to Wyndham. Fires over to first for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th. And Reese Adams keeping his pitch count down low, working the 4th. And now Ashton Herring, who's 1 for 1 with a single, but he did get thrown out. And then he pops this one up. Is it playable? Norsworthy chasing that one. And that's going to be a foul ball. Just ran out of real estate over on that foul line. And it is 0-1. We do have another score update Hardaway defeated Carver 15-0. They did have a doubleheader. That might have been the first game. Probably playing the second game right now. There's a changeup, popped up, playable, foul territory. Wyndham cannot get it, and it still remains 0-2. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast. Adams, the 0-2, fouled away. In fact, since Monday, this has been, I believe I've called a baseball game every day. I started with Columbus and LaGrange on Monday. At CVCC yesterday, the 0-2, and that's fouled away. Called the Carver-Spencer game on Wednesday. And then, of course, CVCC yesterday, they were taking on Gadsden State. We got Glenwood taking on Beulah tonight. And then tomorrow we've got Russell County and Calvary. The 0-2. Just missed a Herring. It's 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one out. Here in the fourth, the pitch. And there's a ground ball to Wyndham. He's had a lot of action at third base. Throw to first. And the stretch by Norsworthy in the second out. So there are two away here in the fourth. And now Caden Dimitri, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, coming up to the plate. And he fouls that one back. Callaway lost to Morgan County earlier today, 3-0. We'll try to get some more score updates as we get them. There's a ground ball to Wyndham. Fires away at first. The tag, and they got him. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for Reese Adams once again. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. Northside leading Harris County 4-0. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Bottom of the fourth inning, the new pitcher on the mound for Harris County is Hudson King. As he has pitched in 2 2/3 innings, he's given up 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 3. But he has a 0.00 earned run average, his 4th appearance on the season. Final line score for DeJean Elder, 3 innings of work and 4 runs, and I believe 2 of those might have been earned, as that Galarza is going to go ahead, and that's going to drop for a catch by the center fielder, Colt Angel. He had a shoestring catch out there for out number 1. And so Reese Adams does not have an official at bat. He walked his first time up. Quickly 1 away here in the 4th. Hudson starts him off with a strike. It's 0-1. King. Low and in the dirt. It's 1-1. King from the stretch. The 1-1 showing bunt, and Adams lays down a beauty. King fields it, throws it to first, and Adams beats it out. That will be a bunt single for Reese Adams. And that's the 7th hit for Northside. And it's going to bring the leadoff hitter, Chris Biggs, who's looking for his first hit of the game. He is 0 for 2. And Hudson King from the stretch, got a runner aboard. Adams has got a pinch hitter. Trying to see who that pinch hitter is. You're supposed to get the courtesy pinch hitter for the pitcher. Chris Biggs. King starts him off with a strike, 0-1. Hudson King delivers. Biggs showing bunt, lays down a bunt. King pulls it, fires it to first, gets the out. The runner will advance with 2 away. So Biggs just trying to lay down a bunt, trying to move the runner over. When you're playing Harris County, you've got to manufacture runs any means necessary. Sometimes you just got to bunt them over. And now Jay Shehane, who's 1 for 2 today. But there are 2 outs, and that's high for a ball. The game between Brookstone and Westfield School got moved to May the 2nd, as they were supposed to play today. The 1-0, that's in there for a strike. In fact, that game was supposed to be played on Tuesday, and then we had some more inclement weather last night, and the field was not to standard for the playing conditions, so they'll move that game. The 1-1 swung on a miss by Shehane. It's 1-2. Hudson King, 1-2 to Shehane. That curve breaks outside. It's 2-2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Northside trying to salvage the series by taking game 3. Harris County trying to go for the sweep. It seems like this region is wide open. 2-2, and that is low for a ball. Any one of these teams, Northside, Harris County, Central Carrollton, or Stars Mill, can win the region, because these 2 teams will be face off against Stars Mill and Central Carrollton respectively next week. Harris County and Stars Mill Here's the payoff pitch. High ball for Shehane with a walk. Good patience by Jay Shehane. And so we got runners at first and second, and now Caden Clay, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And now Coach Dimitri wants to have a talk with his pitcher. Jordan on the road today in Ellaville, taking on Schley County. We got Shaw at Randy Jordan Field taking on Columbus. That is for the region. Both teams are 10-1. Chaco taking on Crawford County, the region game. Morgan County and Callaway in a doubleheader, playing game 2 now. And there's the pitch to Clay, and that is away for a ball, 1-0. Hudson King fires away. There's a high drive. That is going to be deep, but underneath it and making the catch is Herring to retire the side. So Harris County does not give up any runs here in the 4th. We go to the 5th inning. Northside leading Harris County 4-0. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Get ready to smile because it's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of over 40 brand new Chevrolet Silverados, discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Top of the 5th inning, and leading things off for Harris County is Luke McEldoon, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. It's McEldoon. Thank you. I'm making sure to get the pronunciation right. But Ricky Rogers, the PA announcer, he's got the enunciations right because he's seen this Harris County team on Tuesday. As that curve by Reese Adams breaks in there for a strike. Adams delivers. The 0-1. McEldoon takes another strike. It's 0-2. What a rivalry. Harris County Northside. When you think of 4A, just anything, and any athletics, softball, football, as that is fouled away, you think it's one of the best. And definitely in this area, I would rank Harris County and Northside along with Brookstone Pacelli, Carver Spencer, Glenwood, Lee Scott, Columbus, Jordan. This is just a great rivalry, and these two schools are really separated by Highway 27. Harris County just got to take that trip down, and there's a very close proximity. The 0-2, and that's fouled away. But the sights and sounds of Hamilton up in Harris County does have a small town feel to it, but it's just close enough to Columbus. The 0-2, and that is looped into shallow center. Caden Clay camped underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, he did not have to move too far from his spot. McEldoon flies out, and Will Dimitri, who's 0 for 1, with a ground out. Harris County, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. Northside, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors here in the top of the 5th. And Adams starts Dimitri off with a strike. Here's the 0-1. And that is fouled back, and now Dimitri has got to protect. He's down 0-2. Reese Adams, the 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Adams delivers. Pitch is outside, and it evens the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Adams. Curveball, there's a ground ball. Right to Biggs. Throw to first in time for the out. Score that 6-3 on the put out. And there's quickly 2 away here in the 5th. And so Brody Johnson will come up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out. And the first pitch to Johnson is a curve that's in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. That just missed. It's 1-1. And the pitch is outside. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That catches the inside corner, and it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And the pitch. And it got him swinging, and the catcher is going to throw to first as it hits the ground, and another 3 up, 3 down inning for Reese Adams. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, Northside leading Harris County 4-0. Back after this, Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back here to Northside High, bottom of the 5th inning. The Patriots coming up to bat. Sam Laney leading things off. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to right. And Hudson Keene on to work the 5th. He came in relief in the 4th inning. First pitch to Laney, right down the middle for strike 1. Hudson Keene, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And that just missed. It's ball 1. So it's a 1-2 count to Sam Laney. Javian Wyndham on deck. Hudson Keene, the 1-2, curve, and he fouls that one out of play. And we will try it again. And King steps off the plate. Braves are taking on the Tampa Bay Rays today. We're in the top of the first inning. No score down in Tampa. I know they're not playing at the Tropicana Dome. They're playing at some spring training park. I think George Steinbrenner Field. The 1-2 is low for ball 2. It's 2-2. Still the Braves off to a slow start. They did take 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. We'll try to get a score update on that as well throughout the day. The 2-2, and that is foul, or popped up. Looks like it is into foul territory. Over in that room running out of real estate, and that's going to be a foul ball. And Laney will try it again. So had a busy week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, starting things off with Columbus and LaGrange baseball on Monday, called the Jordan Shaw soccer matches on Tuesday, Carver Spencer on Wednesday. The 2-2, and that is roped into center, but Angel could not get it. And that's going to be probably an error because that should have been a routine fly ball. Colt Angel misses it. And so Sam Laney's aboard. That's the third error for Harris County. And Javion Wyndham, who is 1 for 1, or 2 for 2 rather, with an RBI, with 2 singles. Keene, Wyndham, shows bunt, pulls back. It's ball 1. We'll also try to get a score update on the Cleanstones as they are underway down in Biloxi. Or actually, that first pitch is 7:35, rather. There's a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit as McEldoon could not get it. Wyndham's going to be credited for a hit, and Northside's got runners at first and second and no outs. And so that's the third hit of the game for Javion Wyndham. Noah Fair, who is 1 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. And Fair showing bunt, and Mills with a good stop, and it's 1-0. Northside 18-7 on the season, 11-3 in the region. And a win here, and they would be tied record-wise, but Harris County would have the tiebreaker. A lot can happen with 1 week left in the regular season. The 1-0 to Fair, and he bunts one foul. When we talk about these 4 teams, it's up for grabs in the region. With Harris County playing Stars Mill next week, Northside playing Central Carroll. What a way to end the regular season. There's the 1-1 to Fair, and he bunts one foul. And just a couple of games make a difference between being the 1 seed and being the 4 seed. I think whoever's the 4 seed is still got to be the favorite, whoever they're matched up against. Keynes 1-2, and there's a curveball swung on a miss for strike 3 by Noah Fair. He could not get the runners over, so with 1 down, Luke Norsworthy, who's 1 for 2, struck out last time up, has a single with 2 RBIs. That was in the first inning. As Northside put up 3 in the first, and they put up 1 in the third. And the pitch to Norsworthy is low, ball 1. Braves lead 1-0 over the Rays in the top of the first. Got 2 runners on with 1 out. Hudson King, the 1-0. Norsworthy shows bunt, pulls back. It's ball 2. We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Northside trying to get insurance runs. They know how dangerous this Harris County team is. Hudson King from the stretch. The 2-0 to Norsworthy, showing bunt and pulls back again for ball 3. So Norsworthy being patient. He wants to lay down the bunt to sacrifice the runners over, but he's got to get Hudson King to try to throw a strike here. It's 3-0. Do you pull the bunt here on a 3-0? And he's going to take a strike instead. And it's a 3-1 count. And do you bunt in this situation with a hitter's count? We'll see what Norsworthy does here. King from the stretch. The 3-1, Norsworthy. Bunt, pulls back. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And then the customary DJ Unk song, Walk It Out. And you got to give a shout out to Ricky Rogers for not only being the PA announcer, but also playing the walk-up music, the sound effects. And my PSA for PA announcers, it's a lost art. And when your baseball program has one, it really makes the atmosphere at the ballpark exciting. So there's ducks on the pond here for Northside with 1 out. And Gabe Galarza, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to center. Northside just trying to put this one away. Hudson King from the stretch. And the pitch to Galarza is low for a ball. It's 1-0. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, like the Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. King, the 1-0. And then Galarza fouls one away. We're live here at Northside High, Game 3 between this epic 3-game series between their longtime rival, Harris County. Harris County took the game here at Northside on Tuesday, coming from behind, and they came from behind yesterday in Hamilton and took Game 2, and they're trying to go for the 3-game sweep. But Northside coming out, scoring 3 runs here in the first. Trying to get a victory just to make this region interesting. If Northside can come out with the victory, Stars Mill will be alone in first place with a showdown with Harris County next week. Here's the 1-1. There's a changeup that breaks in the strike zone, and Galarza is now behind in the count, 1-2. Hudson King fires to the plate, the 1-2, and that just missed right above the letters, and you can hear the groans from the Harris County fans. It was a very close pitch, but it's ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. King fires a pitch, the 2-2, fouled away. And Galarza staying alive here in the count. Nowhere to put him. There's runners on every bag. Hudson King, the 2-2 to Galarza, a little check swing. You got to go to home for one, and that's all they're going to get. Harris County does get the lead out, so it is 2 outs with the bases loaded. And that was the right play by Johnson just to get the out at home. So Galarza grounds into a fielder's choice, and now Reese Adams, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single, with the bases loaded and 2 outs. First pitch, and there's a ground ball in the hole, and that is going to be a base hit. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, and a 2-out base knocker for Reese Adams. It's now 6-0 Northside. That's the insurance runs that Northside needs in this situation. That's the second hit for Reese Adams. And Coach Dimitri is going to have a conversation. This might be all for Hudson Keene, and it is. So we'll step aside as the new pitcher has his warm-up tosses. We're here in the bottom of the fifth. Northside leading Harris County 6-0. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back here to Northside. The new pitcher on the mound for Harris County is Caden Harrison. The leadoff hitter, Chris Biggs, trying to find his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3. Got a golden opportunity here with the bases loaded. Northside up 6-0. Harrison from the stretch, the first pitch to Biggs. And there's a ground ball down the third base line, but it's going to be foul. Glenwood defeated Beulah today 9-0. They are area champions. In fact, they already clinched when they took 2 out of 3 against Lee Scott. As they get ready for the 3A playoffs, first year in the AHSAA. Had that game for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The 0-1 to Biggs. That's going to be low, ball 1. We appreciate everybody watching us on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Harrison, the 1-1, and that's in the dirt. And the runner goes as a high throw in the – and Galarza ended up I think he's just hopped over the bag, and Galarza over at third, but he will have a stolen base. So the runners are in scoring position. And the pitch to Biggs. Outside. It's 2-1. 3-1 rather. Three balls on 1 strike. 2 away to Chris Biggs. Harrison, the pitch. Low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Jace Shehane, who's 1 for 2. A walk, a single, and a run scored.
Right fielder, number 12, Jace Shehane.
Harrison's first pitch to Shehane is a curve that's in there for a strike. There's the 0-1, and that almost hit Shehane. He had to duck out of the way. It's 1-1. So Harrison is his second appearance of the season. He has not had an official inning pitched. He has faced 6 batters, has given up 3 runs. And that's going to be a 2-2 count now to Jay Shehane with Caden Clay on deck. Here's the 2-2. And that's up the middle. Right there to McEldoon, and he tags the bag for the out. But Northside tacks on 2 more here in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Northside leading Harris County 6-0. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
Top of the 6th inning, Joel Rogers leading things off for Harris County's Reese Adams on to pitch the 6th. And the ground ball right to Adams. Underhands it over to Norsworthy for out number 1. Sawyer Roper is now the batter, as that is low for a ball. It's a 2-0 count to Sawyer Roper. And it's in there for a strike. 2-1 count. And that's going to be, well, ball 4. Kind of lost count on that one. It's going to be a leadoff or a 1-out walk for Sawyer Roper. And now Colt Angel will come up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Reese Adams starts him off with a strike. It's 0-1. Adams from the stretch. The 0-1. It gets by the catcher. And Sawyer Roper has got himself a steal on the pass ball. And it's a 1-on-1 count. Back to the top of the order for Harris County. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Adams, the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball foul. Harris County will face Stars Mill next week. Twice in Hamilton and once in Fayetteville. Northside will have to go on the road twice against Central Carrollton, and they will host Central Carrollton on the 17th for senior night. There's the 1-2, and that's grounded foul. So a good job protecting by Cold Angel. Adams, the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. And got him on the inside corner, strike 3. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Reese Adams. So 2 away. And now back to the top of the order, Dejon Elder. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Harris County 21-5, 12-2 in the region. Currently a half game behind Stars Mill. Northside 18-7 overall, 11-3 in the region. Currently in 3rd place. But a lot can happen with 1 week left to go in the season. First pitch to Elder, and he ropes one foul down the third base line, 0-1. We can never count out these Harris County Tigers. They came from behind twice against Northside in games 1 and 2. Got a young team, a mixture of veterans and several players that have a big game experience. And I do count being on ESPN big game experience. That Harris County Little League team in 2022 was 2 wins away from the Little League World Series. Just could not find a way to beat Tennessee or Florida. There's the 1-1 outside for a ball. But what would you expect? Tennessee and Florida seem to go to the Little League World Series every year. But I got to say that District 8, last 4 years, incredible. 2-1, and that is fouled back. You talk about Northern winning it in 21, Harris County in 22 and 23, Northern winning it in 24. Well, I tell you what, that concessions, they do such a great job for concessions. I know that there's a 2-2, just missed, and it runs the count full. By the way, the District 8 championship is going to be held at Northern Little League this year in June. Cannot wait for that. Probably expect Harris County and Northern to be in the championship. Here's the payoff pitch, curveball, and there's a ground ball right to Wyndham. Throw across his body to get the out, and Harris County strands a runner. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Northside leading Harris County 6-0. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover these 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back here to Northside High School. Bottom of the 6th inning. Northside trying to avoid the 3-game sweep, leading Harris County 6-0. Caden Clay going to lead things off. He is 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a fly out to left. Harrison starts him off with a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch, and Clay lines one into right field and a leadoff single. So Clay is aboard, his second hit of the game. And now here comes the cleanup hitter, Sam Laney. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a fly out, and reached on an error. And the runner goes, and Clay ends up stealing second. And it's a 1-0 count to Sam Laney. Got a chance to see Sam Laney pitch all the way back on February the 15th. There's a pitcher's duel between Sam Laney and Michael Nodelman as Columbus and Northside battling it in a 2-1 victory by Columbus, but both teams very well even and having great seasons. The rare, usually you see the home and home between Northside and Columbus. Columbus did not get to come here. But what a rivalry there, too. Two historic teams. Two teams that have won championships. And the pitch to Laney. Outside, it's ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. Harrison from the stretch, the pitch to Laney, and that is fouled away. It's 2-1. And the thing about this Harris County team, they're just going to continue getting better. Next year, we'll more than likely see Jacob Gilstrap in a Harris County uniform as a freshman. He's on the 8th grade team. The 2-1, oh, that got close. And that actually broke in the inside of the plate, and it's 2-2. Harrison checks the runner. Fires the 2-2 pitch. And that misses, and it runs the count full. Harris County, no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors. Northside, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Harrison, the payoff pitch, and that's in there, strike 3. What a curveball. What a strikeout there by Harrison. You know, Laney's gone here in the 6th. And now here comes Javion Wyndham, who is 3 for 3 with 3 singles and an RBI. Harris County has not been able to get him out. And he fouls that one back. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I get parents all the time asking, where's this game being live streamed? I always tell them, hey, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. There's a throw down, and Caden Clay's got himself a stolen base. That's 2 stolen bases for Caden Clay. I'll tell you, I got to look and see how many stolen bases he's got on the season. Because he does have speed on the base paths, but he definitely hits for power. Caden Clay, yeah, he has 10. Yeah, up the middle. Base hit. And Wyndham is 4 for 4. And Clay scores the run. It's 7-0. That's the second RBI for Javion Wyndham. And now Noah Fair, who's 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a sac fly. It is now 7-0 here in the 6th. Harrison to Fair outside for a ball. They're just underway in Biloxi between the Cleanstones and the Shuckers. There's the 1-1, the ground ball, and it gets through into left field for a base hit, as that was a hot grounder to Johnson. They're going to give credit for a hit for Noah Fair, his second hit of the game. And now Luke Norsworthy, who's got a single, 2 RBIs, a strikeout, and a walk.
On to run for the catcher, number 3, Jackson Close.
And Jackson Close, the courtesy pinch runner for Noah Fair. And here comes Luke Norsworthy. Runner at first and second here with 1 away. And the first pitch to Norsworthy is in there for a strike. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Northside leading Harris County 7-0. Harrison. You got McEldoon just trying to keep the runner honest. As Javian Wyndham over at first. And you got Klaus at Wyndham at second, Klaus at first. Here's the 1-1. Low and away. It's ball 2. Top of the 3rd inning, Braves lead the Rays 1-0. Harrison from the stretch, the 2-1 pitch, and that is lined right to the second baseman. Throws it to the shortstop for 1. Over to first. They almost got the triple play. They don't need a triple play because that was a double play to end the inning. I tell you what, they were trying to get that 4th out. We played 6. Last chance for Harris County to come back in this game. They trail 7-0 over Northside. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Top of the 7th, Reese Adams on to try to get the complete game win for Northside. And we got Ashton Herring leading things off for Harris County. Starts him off with a strike. Herring 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. And it's an 0-1 count. And that got close, and it did hit him. Herring is going to take first base. That was might have brushed his jersey, but the ump makes the call. In Harris County with a runner on. And now we got a pinch hitter coming up, Colt Kennedy. You're in the top of the 7th inning. Northside leading 7-0. We'll try to get some stats on Colt Kennedy, as he is batting .250. He's got 11 runs scored. That might be from pinch running because he's only had 5 plate appearances. So I'm going to take a wild guess. That's definitely pinch running. There's a throw down, and that's going to be safe. A stolen base for Herring. It was a close play. I tell you, the closest play I saw was in 2004, the ALCS, when Jorge Posada almost threw out Dave Roberts. I mean, that's how close that was. And then you know what the rest happened. Here's the 1-1. I think Calvary coach Steve Smith could tell you exactly what happened. So 1-2 count to the pinch hitter. There's a curveball, just missed. It's 2-2. Colt Kennedy on to pinch hit, faced with a 2-2. And there's a pitch. Got him inside corner, strike 3. And that is the 4th strikeout for Reese Adams. And 1 away. And now Jackson Starling. So Coach Dimitri is unloading his bench. Just trying to get a spark. Trying to get something. And here's some stats on Jackson Starling as I try to pull it up. Starling, he's got a total of 3 plate appearances. He does have 1 official at-bat, but he is yet to get a hit. So this would be a perfect time for Jackson Starling to get on the stat sheet, as that is low and in the dirt, 1-0. Bottom of the 1st inning over in Biloxi. It is scoreless between Columbus and the Shuckers. The 1-0. That is low for a ball, 2-0. As on the mound for the Cleanstones is Lucas Braun. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Reese Adams from the stretch. The 2-1. There's a curve that got the inside corner for strike 2. Great location of that curve. And now it's a 2-2 count to the pinch hitter Starling. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, curve, and that did not quite break like Adams wanted, but it runs the count full. Adams from the stretch. The payoff pitch to Starling, and that is low, ball 4. So he walks Starling here with 1 out. And now we got another pinch hitter coming in. It's J.T. Perkle, who's one of the top pitchers for Harris County, a freshman, also part of that Little League team in 2022. Boy, that team was stacked. And we knew that those players were going to eventually come up and play at Harris County. Kind of reminds me of the 2006 Northern Little League team that in 2010 they would go on to win a state championship for Columbus, and then 2 more times in 11 and 12. And they had J.T. Phillips, Josh Lester, Mason Myers. That team was that was loaded. Also Jordan Weems, who currently is in the Braves organization. Did not play for Northern Little League, though, but Jordan Weems was part of that group. Laney from the stretch. The pitch to Perkle is in there for a strike. It is 0-1 to J.T. Perkle. Pinch hitting here in the 7th. The 0-1, swing, and a miss. And Perkle is behind in the count, 0-2. J.T. Perkle won on Wednesday. He was the winning pitcher. And I do remember that game was on Wednesday. It was supposed to be on Tuesday, and it got moved to Wednesday because of the field conditions. I misspoke earlier. I said the game was on Tuesday, so apologize for that. There's the 1-2. Curveball just missed. It's 2-2. That inclement weather we had on Sunday and then the rain on Monday shifted everything to the right. People just cramming the games in. The 2-2, and that is fouled back. Brookstone Westfield School got postponed today. They will play on May the 2nd. Brookstone was able to go down to Perry and sweep the doubleheader against Westfield School. So they are now 5-0 in the region as they get ready for a massive showdown with Calvary next week. The 2-2, and that hit Perkle, and the bases are loaded. And not sure how much longer Reese Adams is going to go, but, let's see if Northside is going to try to go to their bullpen. Yeah, Coach Powell's not coming out, so Coach Massey coming out to talk with his pitcher just to calm his nerves. Want to remind all you listeners that this broadcast is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Kinetic Credit Union, Gordy Eye Care, Buffalo Rock Pepsi. Thank you to all our sponsors. Also our supporting sponsors, Terry Johnson Agency, State Farm Carroll Purdue, Masterwall Incorporated, Alex Quinney Allstate Agency. Here comes another pinch hitter for Coach Dimitri, Joseph McFarland, the junior who's only had no official at-bat. He does have 2 runs scored. And Laney starts him off with a strike. Or Reese Adams, thank you. And that's why I got the scorekeepers up here to correct me whenever I get a player's name wrong. It's a strike 0-2. I'm allowed to have 1. Here's the 0-2. And that's lined into left, a base hit. 1 run will score. And Harris County gets on the board. They now trail 7-1. And so the pinch hitters have been paying off as Coach Dimitri has unloaded his bench here in the 7th. And now Joel Rogers is going to come up with 1 away, and runners' bases are still loaded. It's 7-1 now. Rogers is 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And there's a ground ball right to Adams. Throw to 1, throw to second. And that's a double play. The tailor-made 1-6-3 double play, and Northside wins the game to avoid the sweep. They take game 3 over Harris County. They go to 19-7. They are 11-4. They are 12-3 on the region. Harris County goes to 21-6. And they are 12-3 in region play. So it is starting to tighten up in this region. Harris County will take on Stars Mill for a 3-game series. Northside will take on Central of Carrollton as the regular season wraps up next week. The Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game was Reese Adams. Complete game, gave up the 1 run, but he gets the win, and he also had 2 singles and 2 RBIs. So congratulations to Reese Adams, the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. So for Richard Holdridge saying so long from Northside High, once again, the Northside Patriots defeat Harris County in Game 3 by a final score of 7-1. Everybody drive safe. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.